Let's jump right into this explainer. Today we're unpacking a real bypass capital viability scan, and this one is for Priya. She's a plumber based down in Tucson. Now, if you've ever felt totally stuck in a deeply frustrating, high-friction daily grind, where you're working harder and harder just to stay in the exact same place, man, this is going to resonate with you. We're going to look at what happens when you have the trade skills down cold, but you just lack the structural business foundation to actually scale your life. So, to kick things off, I really want you to ask yourself, what is actually capping your business right now? Just picture Priya's typical week. You are absolutely exhausted from fighting for single, one-off residential calls every single day. Your phone rings, you rush out, you fix a leak, and the moment you pack up your truck, well, congratulations, you're officially unemployed again until the next call comes in. It's just this draining, endless cycle of having to re-win customers over and over. So what's standing in the way of real scale when you are already working at maximum capacity? Here's the absolute crucial point. With 5+ years of journeyman experience under your belt, the friction, it isn't your hands. It's just not. It's not your ability to turn a wrench or expertly diagnose a complex plumbing issue. The real friction, that invisible wall you keep slamming into, is the mountain of paperwork and completely broken business systems. You're functioning as a highly skilled technician, but you haven't yet built the machine around yourself to operate as a true business owner. And honestly, that exhaustion you're feeling, that daily grind of trading time for dollars with literally no ceiling in sight, that is exactly why this scan scores a 3 out of 5. In the bypass viability gauge, a 3 simply means you are viable, but business gated. The market has plenty of room, your trade skills are top-notch, but you are trapped by a lack of systems. So look, this isn't a rescue plan. It's the specific upgrade that turns your hard-earned experience into an actual scalable business, instead of just a paycheck with a whole lot of extra steps. All right, let's step into the ring for a second and take a hard look at the Tucson market itself. Right now, you are currently bidding call for call as a generalist against other generalists right on their own turf. And Tucson is an incredibly solid, durable, mid-sized market. We're talking a metro population of over 1 million people. But it's not empty territory. There are operators here who have been running this exact residential playbook successfully for a very, very long time. And right now, you're stepping straight into their line of fire. I mean, just look at the heavy hitters you're up against here. You've got Cummings Plumbing sitting there as the volume leader with nearly 3,000 5-star reviews. 3,000! You've got Job & Sons sitting on a perfect 5.0, Samson's with 25 years of history behind them, and Plumber of Tucson completely owning the 24/7 emergency space. Trying to beat these entrenched volume leaders by just out-hustling them? No way. That is a one-way ticket to total burnout. Now, here's a totally fascinating contrast in market dynamics. A lot of less savvy operators, they often look just north to Phoenix, right? Chasing that flashy hyperscale data center boom, thinking a massive tailwind is the only way to scale up. But Tucson actually offers a completely different kind of goldmine, mid-sized stability. A population of over 1 million requires methodical, relationship-based growth, instead of just chasing these volatile mega projects. You really don't need a massive construction boom to succeed here, but you absolutely do need a smarter strategy. So how do you actually win? You look for the massive, hidden vulnerability in all those big incumbents, and it's their business model. Because every single one of them relies entirely on reactive, Yelp-driven residential calls, they completely ignore scheduled commercial maintenance for property managers. That right there, that is the vault door standing wide open for you. It's not a plumbing skill gap in the market at all. It's a glaring, highly profitable business model gap. Let's move to the pivot and see how this all builds into your ultimate counterpunch. We are talking about an 80-20 business pivot. This is a strategic shift to a high-margin model layered directly onto the skills you already have. You don't need to go out and learn a new trade. You just need to point the trade you already know in a much more profitable direction. We're shifting entirely away from those unpredictable one-off residential fixes and moving straight into highly predictable commercial relationships. And this is your truck wrap ready positioning statement. And I just absolutely love how clear this is. Quote, scheduled commercial plumbing maintenance, predictable costs, zero surprise repairs for Tucson property managers. You're putting the focus entirely on what property managers actually care about. Especially in a place like Tucson, right? Where hard water creates severe mineral scale and the summer monsoon season puts just incredible stress on drainage systems. You are offering them total peace of mind and predictable budgets, not just a reactive fix-it service. When we break down the ticket math on this, the difference is just staggering. A typical residential repair might bring in what, $277 to $399, and you have to fight for every single one of those dollars over and over against the big guys. But a commercial maintenance contract, that runs $2,400 to $4,800 a year on a perfectly predictable, flat schedule. Think about that. Just one predictable commercial maintenance contract protecting against monsoon wear and mineral buildup is worth up to 12 one-off residential emergency calls. Plus, it's a remarkably easy sell when it protects a manager from a $25,000 burst pipe disaster. So your fastest path to scale is a highly focused three-step play. Step 1. Build the basic infrastructure. That means your written agreement template and your pricing sheet. Step 2. Target commercial property managers directly. We're talking firms like Picor, which manages over 4.7 million square feet, or Larson Baker. And step 3, once you have 2 or 3 signed accounts proving your recurring revenue, you use that base as leverage to negotiate much larger portfolio-level contracts. Because that recurring base, that is what actually makes a business sellable down the line. Now, picture the fight you're actually in right now. You're stepping into the ring against Arizona's C37 commercial exams, bankers asking for 5 years of financial histories, and established competitors with thousands of reviews. You don't need someone to step in and throw the physical punches for you. You already know how to plumb. What you really need is a corner man, somebody who knows the fight, knows exactly when you should swing, and preps you specifically for funding readiness. And Bypass Capital acts as that corner man. They know you've already got the trade skill and the budget in place. What you're missing is the specific paper trail to become a fundable business in the eyes of a bank. We're talking an active Arizona LLC, a C37 commercial plumbing contractor license application in motion, a written maintenance contract template, and 1 to 2 signed accounts. That paperwork right there, that's your armor. It is the real difference maker. But a good cornerman never pushes a fighter into the ring before they are genuinely ready. So let's take a look at the exact starting gun to get your legal and operational foundation perfectly set. Here is the exact action plan. Within the next 7 days, you must file your Arizona LLC and submit your C37 license application to the Registrar of Contractors. By day 30, you need your pricing templates completely built and your top 5 target property managers identified with actual named contacts. If you follow this strict structure, in 4 to 8 months, you will have secured a fully fundable position with documented recurring revenue. You won't just be a plumber anymore. You will be operating as a true business. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. Will you spend the next 5 years turning a wrench for unpredictable paychecks, constantly competing on price against massive volume leaders, or will you take the steps right now to finally build a scalable, fundable business? Because the business side isn't optional here. It is the entire pivot. Thanks for exploring this scan with me, and I really challenge you to look at your own daily friction and ask yourself, what's really holding you back?